Hi everyone, I'm Cori.
I'm Amy.
Welcome back to Seriously, Sir. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode.
We like to come here to share our stories and experiences on dating and life in a judge-free zone. And this week, I think Cori's got something to share.
Yeah, I named this guy Hottie with the Body.
Sounds a little more positive than the others. So.
Yeah, it was so far. We'll see. Time will tell, obviously, like all. But I went out for Halloween the night after Halloween. I had a Halloween party I went to for a client, and then I left early, and some of my girlfriends were in downtown area, and so I met them down there, and we kind of walked around a little bit, and then we ended up at this like country bar, and we're like dancing away, and we get to like the back area of the bar, and there was this like VIP area blocked off, and there was a big group in there, and there were like quite a few good-looking guys, but one of them like caught my eye, and we locked eyes a couple times. And I just like loved his look, and I kept eyeing him. Like I loved his energy. And one of his friends knew all the like songs like I did. And so him and I kept like looking at each other and like singing and like fist bump into each other kind of deal while I was like dancing with Jen, my friend. And then finally I looked at him and I was like, your friend is so cute. And he was like, oh my God, come in, I'll introduce you. So he lets us into the VIP area.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of people in there? In your group?
I mean, a decent amount. It wasn't like it was like packed in this area, but there was a decent amount of people, like a mix of girls and guys. And they're all like dancing, having a good time, whatever. So he like brings the friend over, he introduces us, the friend makes me a drink. And we start dancing, hanging out, whatever. Obviously it's loud, so it's like kind of hard to talk. And we're in there for like an hour and a half with this VIP area. And I go to like put more time on my parking spot on the app, and it's not working. And so I was like, I need to go move my car, but I'll come back. And so our other girlfriend that was in there who had met someone else, I told her like, hey, I'm gonna go move my car. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. Well, we get to Jen's place where my car was also parked. My car's gone. Gone. So I'm like, okay, did you get towed? Did you get stolen? Like, what happened? So I text our friend Patrice, and I was like, hey, like, I can't find my car. It's gone. I'm not coming back. Please give the guy in the red hat my number.
Oh my God, what time was that?
Probably 1, like in the morning. We were like not planning on closing the bars down, so I was like, you know, they close at 3, 1 o'clock was good enough. So she gives him my number. We're like in her lobby, like calling, trying to figure out where my car is. And he texts and he's like, are you coming back? And I was like, no, like my car got towed. Like trying to figure out when I can get it, like whatever. And so he was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, okay. And then we're like working on this, and he like texts me again, and he's like, hey, I'm getting ready to head home. Like, what's going on? Well, I didn't see it because I was on the phone with the tow company. And arguing with them because I paid for the parking spot and they towed my car anyway. So my car shouldn't have been towed to begin with, right? So whatever. So I finally like text him back, but he doesn't see it. And I see him like walking because she lives right across the street from this country bar. And so I like run outside and I'm like screaming his name, but over all the music everywhere, he can't hear me. This guy that's like getting his bike off the rack sees me. He starts yelling this guy's name to help me. He still doesn't hear. So I like texted him again and I was like, hey, like, this is what's going on. We have to wait 2 hours where we can go pick up the car. So we're just gonna be hanging out, like if you wanna come hang out with us. So he ends up coming to her building and we go on the rooftop and we hang out and we're all like we're all talking until like I can go get my car basically and we're all cracking up, like making bets, doing yoga poses, like just being goofy, right? Because we're just trying to like kill time at this point. And he's like so much fun and he's laughing and he's playing along, like whatever. And then we it gets to be like 15 minutes till, and this place is like 10 minutes away. So we're like, okay, let's go. And we like get in the car. He like follows us, gets in the car, and it's like 5 minutes into the drive. He's like, where are we going?
You did not hear the story?
He did, but I think he just like, I don't know, wasn't like thinking. I don't know. He also, I think, drank way more than we drank because we, I think, only had like 2 drinks that night. And they're in this VIP area with like free drinks, right? So whatever. So I was like, we're going to the car. And he's like, oh, okay. And Jen's like, I love how you just got in a car with 2 random strangers and you were like, I was going to go with Flo. And he's like, well, I mean, nothing's happened yet. Y'all seem fine. So he goes with us to this place. This place is like so sketchy. So sketchy. We get there and like there's this dirt walkway that's like parked, right? So you can't see out of it. And you can't see the window either from the street. So you're walking down this weird dirt thing till you reach this window. So I walked in, and like 1 minute later, he walked in, and he's like, "This was sketch. I didn't want you standing in here."
I was gonna say probably best you had it
by yourself. Yeah. So he like, is hanging with me at the window. Like I finally pay. Like they're like, "You can have your car." I walk back out. I tell her like, "Got the car. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna go home." And she's like, "Okay, like let me know you got home." So like, okay. So I take him home and we're like sitting in the car chatting, whatever. He's clearly like sobering up a bit at this point. And at one point we like stopped and just like stared at each other and he grabbed my face and like kissed me. And I haven't been kissed like that in a long time. I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, whoa.
Like in the energy of this one.
Yeah. And not that I haven't kissed people, but not like, I don't know, like not with those like butterflies or sparks or whatever you want to call it, right? Like whatever. And so he invited me up. I said no. And he was like, okay, like no problem. I respect that. And so we like started making out again. He's like, are you sure? I was like, I'm positive, friend.
Like, you don't want to come up, I'll give it to you down.
I was like, it is 4 a.m. Like, I have to teach tomorrow afternoon. Like, I was supposed to be home 4 hours ago. Like, I gotta go home. And he was like, okay, well, I'm taking you on a date this week. And I was like, okay, like, sounds good. Like, let me know. And he like gets out of the car and he's like stops and just like staring at me. And I was like, this is kind of funny, right? Like normally people would just go inside. And so finally he like walks around the car. I like rolled my window down and he like kissed me again. And then I went home. And he was like texting me to get home. I was like, okay. So I did. And we talked for like a few minutes and whatever, right? So then the next day, it was like the afternoon. And when I was done teaching, I texted him. And I was like, are you alive? And he was like, barely. And I was like, are you drunk or hungover? I was like, because I I didn't drink that much, so, or not drunk or hungover. Are you tired or hungover? I was like, I didn't drink that much, so I'm just like really tired.
That was a night.
Yeah, and he's like, all of the above. Like, I don't normally drink like that. Like, it was a lot, and I was like, okay, like fair. And so I left it, and then I had to go back down there to help Jen with something. And so when I got to Jen's place, I was like, hey, like, I'm at Jen's. I'm going to be here for a couple hours. Like, if you want to stop by, say hi, like, you know where I'm at. So he, like, doesn't respond. So in my head, I'm like, okay, like, was that just, like, a one night, like, never going to talk to him again, like, whatever, right? And so I just, like, let it go. Like, her and I do our thing. Like, I go see my parents afterwards. I like go meet up with some other, well, you and our other friend later that evening, and then I go home and I kind of like bummed, but I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever. Like, at least it was fun. I had a great kiss. Like, whatever. And so the next day, I'm like running errands, and all of a sudden I get this text, and it was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't see this yesterday. And he was like, how was your Sunday? And it was him.
Okay.
And so I like texted back. I was like, no problem, like, fine, you know. How was yours? Yeah. And he was like, good. Like, we went and watched football, and then went to the cigar bar with some guys. Like, great. Like, yada yada. And he said to me, he was like, hey, like, I have to be honest. I don't typically drink like that much. He's like, and so I remember like being with you, but I don't remember much of what we actually talked about.
That's honest. It's good.
Yeah.
That happens.
And so I was like, okay. I was like, no problem. Like, did you remember kissing me? And he was like, oh yeah, LOL. And I was like, okay, and do you remember that you said you'd take me on a date this week after kissing me? And he was like, I wouldn't say something like that. And he still like had like 3 laughing emojis. And I was like, I hope you're joking. And he's like, yes, I'm joking. And so I was like, all right, so when we doing it? And he like finally responded, and he was like, my week's like very hectic. I was like charity thing going on, and there's all these like promo events leading up to it. So my only night that I'm free is tonight. And so I texted him back, and I was like, well, I was like, totally up to you, but I'm actually driving back out your way to go on a walk with a friend. If you want to meet up after the walk, we can grab dinner or something. And so he was like, okay, let's do it. And I was like, okay, great. I was like, probably be done around 7-ish. I can text you when I'm done. And he was like, okay, sounds good. So I'm like driving to her house to like go on my walk. And I get this text, and it said, hey, I just want to like make intentions clear. I'm not looking for anything serious, but I do enjoy like casual dates. And so I was like, okay, see you for dinner. Yeah, which there was more that I wanted to say, but I felt like it was not going to come across the right way in a text.
I don't like text.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to leave it, and I'll talk to him when I'm like with him, right? And so I like, we go on our walk, like I finish, I like text him, we meet for dinner, and we went to this very casual like protein bowl place because I was in like workout stuff. And he actually texted me, and he's like, I'm gonna change into athletic wear too, just so like we're, you know, you don't feel awkward. And I was like, okay,
Don't be in gym.
yeah, whatever. And we had a great conversation. It was like funny. It like flowed. We didn't drink at all. So it was like sober date, which I actually really liked because I felt like I got to see his personality, like his normal personality. So he is a realtor. He also like flips muscle cars on the side. He's done it since he was a kid.
So he fixes that?
He said he used to fix them with his dad when he was younger. It was something he learned. Now he just buys them and then resells them.
Oh.
Because he just doesn't have the area to fix them, but he does know how, and he enjoys doing that. then he had this other, I forget what it was, but this other small company on the side too that he started a while ago. Kind of like entrepreneurial, which is very cool. And let's see what else. Yeah. So yeah, the conversation flowed. We laughed a ton.
You don't say.
Yeah. I know. He said, he was like, you laugh a lot. And I was like, I know. I was like, I always do.
You got it.
So we like finished dinner, like it was great. And then he's like, do you want to go on a walk? So I was like, sure. And so we end up like going on a walk. And on the walk, we see Jen. She's like dragging in her car. And so I see her, and the like walkway was like you could walk. And so I like jumped in front of her car and yelled her name. And most guys would be like, what the fuck is going on right now? And he's just like laughing at me. Like he doesn't care, which was like great. I learned very quickly he's like me, where like he's not much filter, but like I appreciate that because I'm like that. Like I'm very direct, I'm very blunt. Like I just say what I think. And so I was like, wow, like I can like be myself in front of him and like he don't care. So Jen like screamed out her window at me. I'm screaming back at her. And then she drives away. And we go on this walk and we're like talking and walking and about all stuff. And then at one point he like slipped his hand into my hand so he could like hold my hand while we were walking. And I was like, that's cute. Yeah. And then as like we got closer to my car, at like one of the walkways where we couldn't walk, he like grabbed my face and kissed me. And I was like, yeah, it was like super cute. And then we get to my car and we're like making out on the sidewalk, which is really funny because when I saw my phone later, my friend Gabby that I went on a walk with had texted me because I left my car at her house.
Oh, okay.
And was like, were you just making out on the sidewalk?
Wasn't me.
I texted her back and I was like, yeah, are you snooping? And she was like, no, I was walking my dog. I live here. And I was like, oh. It was so funny.
Maybe you shouldn't move down there. It would be up your business.
I know. I actually think I found a good place to move down there. So I'm gonna like, they emailed me back, so I need to email them back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we'll see. So then he was like, well, do you want to drive me home again? And I was like, actually, I was gonna offer, so sure, get in. So they get in the car and we get to his house and like we're making out again in my car, like whatever. And we're like talking about all kinds of stuff in between making out and like laughing. Like a couple funny things happened that were said. Like I don't know how, but at some point we got on the topic of pickles. Like, yeah, I love pickles.
Do you like fall pickles? Do you like bread and butter pickles?
I don't know if
The
I've had
sweet
those.
ones. They're gross.
I like the really tiny ones, or I like the baby dills because I like them very crunchy. I don't like when they're so fermented that they're like squishy.
Jelly pickles?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
The bread and butter ones, I don't care what anyone says, they're not
pickles.
They look like pickles.
I need to try them.
They look like them, and then when you eat them, they're so not them, and you won't be happy.
Yeah.
But you should. Have you ever tried them?
I don't think so. No. But anyway.
You should. Don't say that.
Yeah. So then we were like laughing about that because I forget how it came up. Pickles came up, and I was like, I love pickles. And he started laughing at me. And I was like, what do I do? I eat them almost every night before I go to bed.
I can picture all of this.
Oh, I'm sure. And then at one point, like the topic of like religion came up, and he was like, "Oh, like you're like religious, like And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's super adorable. And I was like, thanks. Which I've never had a man tell me. Like, normally, like, ugh, you're gonna push that shit on me, which I would never do to somebody. It was so funny. And then, yeah, and then he was like, you're gonna be like, don't be mad at me. And I was like, for what? And he was like, well, he's like, I told you I'm super busy this week with charity stuff, whatever. And I was like, yeah. He's like, and then Sunday I leave on a cruise. So like, I'm not gonna like see you for 2 weeks. And I was like, you're not mad. Like, I don't really get mad. Usually like takes a lot to make me mad. I was like, but even at that, like, it's not a big deal. Like, you have stuff going on. Like, you know. And then the other thing we discussed was I had told him like, hey, I thought about your text.
Yep.
But I didn't want to say this over text because I felt like it was gonna come across the wrong way. I was like, but what I believe that everyone's different. What I believe is all dating is casual. Like,
yeah,
all of it is. It is until you've gotten time to really get to know somebody. And over time and getting to know somebody, then like maybe at some point y'all decide like we only want to see each other, right? But until you've taken the time to get to know someone and you get to that point, it's all casual.
it is. Or you attach real quick because you think that it's something, and those don't usually end well.
Which I think maybe is what he's experienced in the past with other girls, which may be why he like felt like he had to say that. And that's fair. I think most girls do that. Like, I think that's a normal thing. And so he was like, no, I like feel the same way, but not everyone thinks that way. I was like, yeah. I was like, well, in addition, like, I also, I learned in the last year or two that you can't put timelines on things, especially if another human is involved, right? Because everyone has free will. So you can't be like, oh, we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend in 1 month or 2 months or whatever, or we're gonna be married by this point and we're gonna have kids by this point. Like, that's not how life works. Man. And he was like, no, like, I totally agree with that too. Like nothing ever goes according to your own timeline. And I was like, no, it doesn't. I was like, and so because of that, like, all I know is I had a lot of fun with you Saturday, and I had a lot of fun with you tonight, and I'd like to continue to just get to know you. And over time, if it's meant to turn into something more serious or exclusive, like, it will. And if not, then like we'll have developed a really great friendship
and a lot of fun.
And a lot of fun, yeah.
So I think that is something that people should think about. I thought about it more from my experiences and from hearing other people's, like my style of dating or attachment style, whatever you want to call it. I feel like, because I'm learning that, like, we have choices.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's not up to us.
No.
None of it is up to us. And the only moment we have is now. And I hope most people, like you and myself, I want to live that now, having fun, not stressing. And I feel like two people in that situation, like, dating would be a lot healthier. And there'd be a lot less miscommunication or no communication or ghosting or all that if there's no pressure.
Right, like, you take the pressure out of it and you have fun. Like, if you're meant to become exclusive or serious or however you want to word it, right? Then like that's naturally gonna happen because you're both gonna want that without someone putting pressure on it. I think that the minute you put pressure on a relationship or a dating situation or even a friend or a person or whatever, expectations and pressure, like, it ruins it. And that is what makes it not fun anymore. So like for me, it's like if I find someone that I like really vibe with, like, I just want to like vibe and keep vibing. And if that vibe is meant to be a long-term thing, then like that is natural naturally going to happen without me or that other person having to force that.
Yeah, and personally, I wouldn't want it to be with anyone who I had to pressure.
Right.
You know, like,
yeah,
I don't know why people do that, because it's either there or it's not, and if I have to tell you how to be or what I want or this is my timeline, if we're not here by then or whatever, like, I don't want that. Then everyone, no.
Yeah.
Me for the wrong reasons or
yeah.
whatever. So.
And that's how I feel. Like, this is the most fun I've had with a guy in, over a year. And so why not keep having fun? And if it's meant to be something long term, it will. And if it's not, it's not. And either way, that is totally fine. Yeah, like, everything is going to be exactly how it's supposed to be. Like, especially it just is. Yeah, and so it's like, if you're enjoying the moment, like, just be in the present and enjoy that moment, and whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen, whether you try to force that or not. And so, yeah. So I texted him today, and I was like, hey, I know you're super busy, but if you want to do something one night when your events end, like, let me know. I was like, we can even just do, like, I don't know, movies, something chill, because I know you're going to be tired. So he was like, he like listed out everything he has each night, and then put like that blowing smoke emoji kind of deal, like, it's a lot. And so he's like, I can play it by ear with like a little smiley face. And so I was like, yeah, like, I knew you had a busy week, that's why I suggested something like more chill, playing it by ear sounds great. And so we kind of left it at that, and we'll see. Like, maybe I'll see him. Maybe I won't. If not, I'll probably see him when he gets back from his cruise, and that's totally fine too. Like, whatever. So
that's good.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So we may be breaking the
crazy dates.
The crazy.
I mean, technically, it still was kind of crazy. Like, you have to think, the man went to go get my car with me.
That's good crazy. We want, like, I would say I'm a little crazy, but I'm good crazy. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Fun, go with the flow. I would do the same. Hop in a car, where are we going? Like that. I like that energy. I like that vibe. Just go with it. That's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, so it was fun. So I'm just gonna, like, keep having fun with him and see what happens. Like, I don't really worry either way at this point in my life. Like,
you can't.
Yeah. I just, like, if I'm vibing with someone, I'm vibing with someone, and it'll either, like, keep vibing or it won't. Like, and that's fine.
Either which way, as long as you're having fun, if it doesn't go anywhere, then there's no regrets. You're just having a good time. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And yeah, it sounds like you match your energy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You wouldn't want to be around two Coris and baggage.
Yes, I would. Oh yes, I would. Oh my god. It better happen. I gotta experience.
You gotta experience the two Coris together.
Hell yeah.
Two Cori personalities, I guess, together. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I like that I could be my full self, and he just, like, really still enjoyed being around me. So that was super fun, and yeah, I just want to keep hanging with him and having fun. Yeah. So
I like this.
Yeah. So I finally didn't have a crazy date for y'all, you guys. Like, it was a normal date. No one punched anyone.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I would be sad if this cycle completely breaks because
Girl.
There's my entertainment.
Girl.
I'm kidding, I'm not that selfish.
Do you know, I found out my friend never paid that tab either. So I think Lou made the guy that punched the guy pay our tabs.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that funny?
He was drunk. He probably didn't even look at his tab.
I'm sure he didn't. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Is that not hilarious though?
Look, I'm not paying for this. The bar's not paying for it. This guy's paying.
Is that not hilarious?
Oh, I love that.
I know.
Little recap.
I know. Yeah. I know.
We're friends now.
Fun fact.
You're okay with it now?
Yeah.
Fun
Fun
fact.
fact. So. But that's all I have for y'all this week. So stay tuned, and I hope you loved the little bonus episode this week, guys. Bye.
Peace. I love that. You didn't tell me that.